Hi, and welcome back to the Positive Prepper. Today I want to talk specifically about safety tips for women especially, although a lot of these are things that everyone could follow. It's the first thing I want to say, though, however, is that our prayers fervently go out for all of those who have been impacted by the tornadoes. We've been keeping up on the progress down there, and it's absolutely devastating what y'all have gone through down there, and it's heartbreaking. Our sincerest prayers and condolences to everyone down there. When I think about the loss, not only the loss of life, which is tragic in and of itself, but I think about the kids in those communities. One day they've got their tree decorated and there's presents under it and they're excited for the upcoming holiday vacation, and then the next day there's nothing. I can't even imagine. So I just want to say that, we're praying for you. You have the love of the entire country. And it's times like this where, we become united and we support and wrap our arms around everyone, regardless of any differences. So I wanted to say that first. I have a kitty, of course, that wants to be right here. So I wanted to start with that because I think that was, that's going to be an ongoing thing. And we're not going to stop our support for you. So it's no secret that things out there are getting completely crazy. It's just... I watched another prepper video this morning, and I think it's Prepper Heart. And there's places in California, I'm just going to use this as an example, that people are taking food, groceries, packages, right out of people's shopping carts and out of their cars in broad daylight, right in the store parking lots. People are being followed home so that as they're bringing their groceries into their house, these people come up and they grab their groceries from whatever's left in the car or right out of their hands, or they break into their home knowing that they just got groceries and they're taking the groceries. It's gotten pretty insane. And what will often happen is someone will follow someone in the store, and then they will call somebody outside when that person's checking out. And so they'll already have somebody outside saying, hey, watch for blah, blah, blah. This is what they have. And so they're kind of tag teaming these thefts. So first of all, why is this happening? Well, it's happening because they can, right? With the smash and grabs going on, and these are coordinated mob smash and grabs. They'll have cars waiting outside, and you'll have, 50 people go in and smash and grab a store, and they have their getaway vehicles already right outside the store that they can just get into and go. So that is a coordinated thing that's happening. And the stealing and the assaults. Look at what happened. I think it was on a New York subway or something. A woman was being sexually assaulted, and instead of anybody intervening, they were taking video on their cell phone. Okay, so it's just because they can. They can get away with it. There's no punishment. The second reason I think this is increasing is because of the inflation. The food and gas prices are going up, and while people's wages are going up in some areas, it's not keeping up with the cost of living. And so that's another reason why people, and I'm not even going to call them desperate people, because I don't think they all are. I think they're opportunists. But I do think that that is another factor in why this is happening. The third reason I think this is happening is that sense of entitlement. People feel like they're owed something. It's a me society. If I can't afford it, then you shouldn't be able to have it. So, and you owe this to me because somehow I was a victim of something. And that entitles me to go get what I want through these means. Even though it's illegal, it hurts an innocent person. But they don't care about that. The fourth reason, I think, is because society has become complacent. As preppers, we are taught to be situationally aware, but there's not a whole lot that we personally can do with societal's breakdown, right? We can only prepare for it, and we can do things in our home, in our neighborhoods, in our communities to try to help keep people safe, but generally, nationally, there's not a lot we can do. So we've just become very complacent. Oh, it's another smash and grab. Oh, it's another assault. Oh, another child gone missing. Which, how did we get there? Right? It's sad what's happening right now. And then the fifth reason that I think this is happening and increasingly happening is because the government won't own up to these issues. And this isn't a slam on the current administration. I think government in general, both sides of the aisle, they're not owning up to this. They want us to stay focused on other things, such as the never-ending pandemic and the false flags and those type of things, instead of the things that really matter to people. So it's not only hurting the people that are being stolen from, but it's hurting the businesses, it's hurting the communities, it's hurting tourist venues. It all has a domino effect on these types of crimes that are going on. So there's a few things that I want to talk about that hopefully you can put into practice, or you can talk to a loved one about, to try to keep safe in this environment. So the first one, a pretty obvious one, don't go to the store at night if at all possible, and go with someone if at all possible. And again, this is especially for women, but this also can include men. I certainly would not recommend sending your teenage daughter to the store to get a gallon of milk at 9 o'clock at night. I just wouldn't do it. In today's world, I wouldn't do it. The second thing, and we've talked about this in previous videos, taking different routes home, whether you're going from work or from school or from the store. And I would especially encourage you, if you have a college student and maybe they live on campus or they live just off campus, encourage them to have different routes home all the time and stagger the times So maybe one day they're a half hour later, maybe the next day they're a half hour earlier. Stagger those times. And then if they are changing their routes and they have different routes to get back, and this includes you as well, have safety points along those routes that they can go into if they feel like they're being followed. Number 3, when you are at a stop sign or a stop light, don't get yourself boxed in. Or if you're pulling out of, say, a Walmart parking lot, and you're going down an aisle so that you can get out of the parking lot, don't box yourself in. Okay? Leave enough space between you and the car in front of you so that you can get out of a situation. Okay? Don't get blocked in. Really important. And then, of course, keep your car doors locked, all of that, the usual stuff. And then number 4, and we say this all the time, pay attention to your surroundings. Keep your head up. Don't keep your head in your phone. And that's when you're shopping, when you're at a restaurant, no matter where you are, you need to keep your head up and be constantly looking for what's going on around you. Walk out of a store or somewhere with confidence. Exude strength, because even that can be a deterrent. If you're like this in your phone and you're, hunched over and kind of like this, you are projecting yourself as an easy target. You want to walk out, head up, looking people directly in the eye, have that confidence and that strength. Even if you don't feel it, try to project that. If you have a portable deterrent, such as pepper spray, mace, whatever's allowed in your area, it should be something that is either on your keychain for your car or in your pocket, not something that's in the bottom of your purse. You're probably not going to have time to dig in. Wait, don't rob my car. I got pepper spray in my purse, right? You don't want to do that. You want to have something that's readily available. Make sure you know how to use it. You don't want to end up spraying yourself. Make sure that it's something easy. Number 6, trust your gut. If something feels wrong, then it probably is. And it's always better to err on the side of safety. So if you feel or you think that you're being followed or something just doesn't feel right, trust that. Pay extra special attention to what's going on. Go get a security guard to walk with you out to your car. And I want to throw this in there too, is that you also need to be looking out for the other people in the parking lot. So if you see an elderly woman and she's got a couple bags of groceries and she's fumbling to get in her car, and you notice someone watching her in a way that makes you uncomfortable, go over to her and ask if you can help. Okay, don't leave people in dangerous situations when you have an opportunity to safely intervene and perhaps stop a crime before it happens. Okay, we got to look out for each other. We're all in this. We're all not in it the same way, but we're all in it. So look out for that single mom with a young child. Pay attention to who might be watching her. Okay? Do something about it. Intervene. Hey, I just, with you can make it a joke or kind of make it an easy thing by saying, oh my gosh, it's just so crazy, can I help you with anything? Or, let them know that A, you're not a threat, B, you're looking out for them. Give them that sense that they're not alone in this as well, when it's safe to do so. And number 7, keep an especially close eye on your children. It doesn't matter if you're at a grocery store, if you're at a water park, if you're out looking at holiday lights, whatever it is, keep a close eye on your children. This is especially true today. Between my husband and I, one of us always takes our daughter to the bus stop. We don't leave until she is safely on the bus and the bus is going down the road. And then we do the same thing when she's getting off the bus. One of us is there. We live out in the country, okay? Our closest town is probably 10-15 minutes away. But we still watch for unrecognized vehicles that we don't recognize our neighbors having. But crime is up all over the place. So you can't think that just because you live in a rural area that you are immune to these types of things that are happening. One of the stories that comes to mind, of course, is Jamie Kloss. That was national news. Some guy followed her home. I'm not going to say his name. Liked the way she looked and, went in and shot her parents and abducted her. So pay attention to strange vehicles. Very important. And keep a close eye. Number 8, don't post on social media that your husband is going to be out of town for a few days, okay? Or that you are going to be gone all day. In today's social media world, we like to post a lot of stuff on there. But these are not safe things to post. You don't want people to know when you're going to be home alone, or when you're not going to be home. Don't post pictures of your vacation until you get back from vacation. Even if you have someone watching your home, you could be putting them in a situation that might be unsafe. Because all the criminals are hearing is, oh, these people are out of town, that means their house is open, right? So don't post on social media when you're home alone, when your spouse is going to be gone. Don't post your vacation pics until you get back. These are just some safety things to keep in mind. Number 9, and again, this is something we have said in previous videos. Keep your vehicles filled with gas. So if you are 45 minutes away from home and you are out shopping and you notice that you are being followed out to your car and then somebody's starting to follow you home, you want to make sure you have enough gas in your vehicle that you don't have to stop at a gas station. You want to be able to get to a safe location, a friend's house, your home, or a police station without having to stop and fill up for gas. Okay? And then the 10th one, and this could be, I guess it depends on how you look at it, but there are apps on your phone that you can have, such as 360. So it allows those in your circle to track where you are at all times. Okay, so for example, our daughter went with our older daughter to an event, and our younger daughter has 360 on her phone so that my husband and I can track where she's going. Now that can also be a two-way street, because if somebody bad gets a hold of her phone, they can also track her home. Okay, so kind of use your own feelings about that, your own judgment on that. I personally think that it's better to have it than not have it, but that's just my opinion. So I hope this video helps you. It's not so much a prepping video as it is a safety video, but we're just living in these really crazy times right now. We got to look out for each other. So I hope this video helps. If it does, please share it. Hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. God bless.